Hello viewers, recently I was at the Bilstein Experience Day at the Nurburgring and I was lucky enough to get tuition from someone rather special. This is Maro Engel. If you've never heard of him, you should go and search for the Nurburgring lap record and watch this video. This is the Nordschleife lap record for production cars, and this was done by Maro. The previous day he talked to us about his previous lap record in the Mercedes AMG GTR Black Edition, but today I was lucky enough to get some direct tuition from the man himself. Firstly, we had some laps in wet weather conditions, something the Nurburgring is notable for. We also managed to get a lap in dry weather too. Let's jump in. Okay, we got a brand new GTR with Maro Engel for my first wet lap. You're going to show me how. Never been around here? Well, I did one lap just a moment ago. It was a bit sketchy, but you're going to show me how to do it, right?
For sure, for sure. It's all about track knowledge here, and which patches of tarmac give you how much grip in the wet. But it is, I'm not gonna lie, it's a crazy place in the wet.
Absolutely. Okay, let's do it.
Looks like a quick shower. Sun's coming back out.
Yeah, it was very sudden. But this is normal in the Nürburgring, right?
Yeah.
It's just very sudden rain.
Totally normal. Rain, sunshine.
Because I did a lap just a minute ago and it was wet for the first half and then there was no rain on the windscreen, and it's hard to judge how quick I can go.
You have that a lot as well, that part of the track's wet, part could be dry. What's it going to do? Tire choice is always a big key here.
Yeah.
So you see how even it's not raining much now anymore. Behind us, you'll see that when we come back after the lap, there's still already quite a bit of standing water. Grip level here is quite predictable.
Yeah.
Where it starts getting slippery is through the Hornrhein chicane.
Yeah.
Through the last bit when you want to get to power. So this part here is not too bad in terms of the grip level. What you want to do here is, it's quite slippery here on the braking, is drive straight at the curb, get up on it, stay on it until here, because now here you got lots of grip. As soon as you go to here, no grip here.
So just off the normal racing
grip here. Whereas as soon as you're a bit offline, there you've got lots of grip. Rain line, get around the outside, go deep, then you're okay you don't have to cross, you're okay to run here. Now one key thing to remember here is new tarmac until about the 2 kilometer board, a bit further, now change of tarmac, super slippery.
Okay.
As soon as the tarmac changes here, it's very slippery, so here we run around sort of half around the outside.
Sure.
All this part, very slippery. Give you an idea.
Yeah, you feel that.
So it's just very, very slippery. Same thing here, very slippery. Get up on the curb, stay up on it until you've sort of crossed over onto the inside of the racing line. Then if the grip's not too bad. We're here. In the wet, I run it a little bit. Slippery as well on the brakes here. And just what I mentioned, those standing water, just be aware of that. Up here, it's not too bad for grip, it is slippery, so you start sort of stay a bit wide, but not crazy. Standing water issues here again.
You really see the shine of it.
Standing water issues here. Around the outside here for trading points. grip's not too bad, and then on the brakes it's a bit slippery.
Yeah.
But not the same as before, obviously. It used to be old tarmac, it was really bad. Now it's okay-ish. Very slippery there, so just be aware of that. This area.
That's why auto addiction sits up there, right?
Yeah.
To see all the crashes.
Exactly. So what I would recommend, what I did when I started, is I took a track map, piece of paper, and wrote down where the areas where it's super slippery in the wet. Just sort of, you know, before I get in the car, if it's wet, to remember, okay, this super slippery, those areas that are sort of okay grip, don't ride anything, but the ones which are super slippery, just got a few which will catch you out. Like this is more or less normal grip in the wet, you know.
Feels good.
Yeah, it's nice to drive. It gives you really good feedback and confidence. Around the outside here.
So miss.
Yeah, miss, definitely. And then just quick caution on the brakes here. It does push you quickly here. Oh, my seat's moving. Braking on the inside here.
Yeah.
And then I'd go like half a car width wide. Same here, sort of cross half a car width wide. And then just watch the rear here because that's the main thing.
So you're really just trying to avoid the racing line, the dry line.
In some places, yeah.
In many places.
Not everywhere though.
Not everywhere.
This very slippery in the wet.
Yeah.
Old tarmac. So again, see, just keep sliding forever.
Yeah.
That's the full braking. So on there, it's just really difficult to get the car to stop. Here also on power, what you want to do is you want to stay on the inside very long. So have a quick look where.
Yeah, it was right here, wasn't it?
Yeah, they've taken it away, I guess. Not super grippy either, so you kind of run around in the wet. You're more prone to running around the outside. Yeah. This one, there's a bump in the middle which will upset the car. Outside. The other thing is, which obviously we don't have now because we've been driving quite slowly, this track is a bit hard to get tire temperature in the wet.
Yeah.
But every bit of temperature you get will give you grip, and then it's like a spiral. So the more temperature you get, the more grip, and then you can get more temperature because you got more grip, and so on. And you eventually.
If you drive too slow, you get no temperature, then you can't drive fast.
But the other thing is, to be able to get temperature, you need to basically be able to put load into the tire.
Yeah.
And to do that, in some areas you need to go offline. When it dries, and it'll dry quickly now that it's not raining, there's no issue. But if it's very wet, it's an issue about getting tire temperature, and then being able to put that extra bit of load into the tire by going offline will help you. So here we're slightly offline. I'll pick up the pace a little bit. Same thing, slightly offline. Careful here, that last bit is always, it'll pull you out. Offline here. Over this, you've got to be a bit careful, it might give you a twitch. Not so much you can do here, so you just have to be patient and let the curve, try and cross onto the inside. Slightly around the outside here. Turn this thing into... This one very slippery, by the way, so this one we cross.
Okay.
So, because there it's just these two are super slippery. So see, I'm turning, it's not even reacting.
Ice curve is quite a good name for it then.
Yeah, ice corner for a reason. It's also not, well, it's okay, but ice corner and the one before are rigid too. This also quite slippery. So around the outside here. Trickery. This over this crest, a lot of people crash here in the wet.
Okay.
Aquaplaning and slippery. So if there's a lot of water, expect it to be slippery there.
Sure. Yeah, it seems like a nothing corner.
Well, but we lost a 24-hour race there once, trying to get back to the pits on slicks in the wet, and just there it'll here around the outside.
Yep.
So go for another one a little bit faster.
Let's do it. Yeah, let's do it.
So you can see how here you're fine, no standing water, and then over there lots of standing water.
Yes.
So if there's heavy rain, you've got to be careful there. Too much mid corner, and then you're on here and you're also sliding. So a little bit slower on the right hander. Keep it off the line, then you're here. See here, in contrast is quite good actually, the grip. expect that'll happen.
Okay, that's good. Good to know.
A lot of times they oversteer and then people go off to the right. Yeah, it's a tough place in the wet. But if you start getting confident, you know where the slippery patches are.
Yep.
Then you're okay.
Thank you. That was amazing.
Pleasure,
really
mate.
good.
start going wide. I guess your lines are all of them are coming from sim, right?
Yes. Yeah, that's...
Where do they vary? I mean, I guess they vary a little bit.
Definitely. Like that line there was not really one I'm exactly taking, so I'll definitely try that.
You can open up a bit to the left and then turn, but yeah, it's difficult. It's also a dangerous one when you're in a smaller class, because when you go left, the faster cars will think you've seen them and they'll go down your inside. So most just drive straight at the first, that's the only apex.
How much faster you were pushing just there in that section? Like how much
just
more?
A little bit to give him an impression as well as, you know, that's the next step kind of thing.
Yeah, definitely.
It's just you're pushing harder while maintaining the same racing line.
Sure, yeah. Not overdoing it.